How was London? He asked her. Frustrating. She leaned down to a cupboard to grab some snacks, and he couldn't help but take in her curves. He looked away, feeling guilty, and stuck his head in the fridge to cool his thoughts, as she added, "But I met Olivia." He grabbed 4 bottles of beer, shut the door and turned back to her. What's she like? Cool. I think she'll end up joining us on this. Harlan says she's useful in a fight, and I think we'll have one. There's definitely more to this than we first thought. Gabe opened a couple of bottles and handed her one, and after he sipped his own, he asked, "What did you make of the demon conjurer?" She leaned against the counter. He was a long way down the street, so too far away for me to get a feel for him. But Harlan doesn't strike me as a man who scares easily, so there must be substance to his concerns. The church thing sounds odd too. With Mia? Yes, it is. Have you called for backup yet? A couple of hours ago. Nahum is arriving tomorrow and Ash is on standby. She sat on the countertop, took another sip of beer and looked at him speculatively. What's your demon fighting like? Gabe laughed. That's a good question, and I can honestly say I'm not sure. What's yours like? She'd relaxed her glamour again, and her violet eyes glowed with mischief. I'm not sure either. They don't exist in my world, and I have yet to come across one here. Didn't you meet one on the other plane? It was a place he didn't like to think of, and it felt nightmarish now, like some drug-addled dream of fire, darkness, and chaos. I did on occasions, but it was different there. They were shapeless, ever-changing things. Well, some of them. Others had more substance, but we didn't engage them. They did their thing and we did ours. Which was? She leaned her elbows on her knees and watched him. Well, we didn't go fishing or to the gym. She rolled her eyes. I'm serious. What was it like? I can't describe it. Not really. He considered the words he could use, and none of them seemed adequate. We existed. It was both endless and seemed to last for mere seconds, like time had no meaning. But I was aware of my brothers, sort of. He shrugged. It certainly wasn't heavenly, but neither was it like the depictions of hell I have read either. It was simply nothing. Shadow teased him. I'm sure you could never be nothing, Gabe. He became acutely aware of her physicality. And for a second they just stared at each other, until Neil's shout broke the moment. Where's my bloody beer? Gabe smiled ruefully and pushed away from the counter.